All right. I just want to say one thing real quick. Whose mom called it? My grandma and your grandma. My mama said your mama. My mama. All right, let's hear what Jay Snip's mama has to say about it. Mama say alligator got out of them teeth in the mouth and ain't got no toothbrush. I'll just repeat it in case he forgot. In case there's some newbies that didn't quite hear me say it 400 times already. You know, you know how your parents are proud of you? You know, oh, my son's this or my daughter's that. You know, my dad tells everybody, this car, this electric car, this Nissan Leaf, my son gave it to me. I just plug it in at home. I don't have to pay anything. It's part of the rent. God doesn't care that I've charged it. Like, it's great. He's proud. Proud of your son. This is reverse that. Reverse son proud of their parents. Or in this case, you know, I love my dad. No, but I don't have anything to brag on him right now. So, mama snip for her. Joe, I don't think we're ending the year 2019 like we did the last year and the year before that with crypto. Everyone's talking about going down again. I don't see that happening. I'm just going to make a prediction, and yes, I could be wrong, but I just don't see that happening. What do you see happening, Mom? If we're not already up, the market, we will go up. And if it's not, if we're already up, it will stay up. Like, we're not going to do this big crash down like a lot of people think, like what happened the year before last and last year. Okay. I know we just hit February, a few days into February, so she was talking, as I said before, December and January, those 2 months in particular, because those are the 2 months of both of those last years, 2018, 2019. Well, 2017 technically, you know, into 2018, 2019, but it was the end of 2018 that, you know, we saw the huge drop down to $3,100 or so Bitcoin. Again, before that, same story. End of 2018 sucked. Here we are at 2019. Rest of the year, whatever. But 2020, as Mom said, I'm just going to say, not that she's always right, but she rarely makes comments about the crypto market. When she does, they seem to be pretty good calls. And that shouldn't upset you because what she said was good. You know, it's not like we're dumping this time. But of course, she did just say the end of the year. January, February, December, January is what we were talking about. Could we have a big pullback? Of course. This is crypto. And I do expect we have a nice big pullback or 2 or 3 this year. Michelle White-Dove seems to think we're going to have a pretty rocky ups, big downs, big moves up and down. A lot of big volatility. According to White Dove. And you can get her report. The newest report out recently on my website, cryptosclass.com. I'll put a link in the description in the message area. Not only that, there's a massive crap ton of all kinds of stuff. Plane crashes. She's talking about get ready for more plane crashes. That's a boom boom. Right away, Kobe Bryant's helicopter goes down. She's already got a few things seems like she's on par with already. And she just released this report. Anyways, here's an article from Zerhead speaking of the crypto market. And before I even get into the market, like the article, let's just go ahead and talk about the price of Bitcoin. It has touched $9,700. It's now $96.38 today, being the 5th of February, 2020. Ethereum 202, Ripple 27.5 cents. Bitcoin Cash. You know the Cobra. My guy kept telling us about, and recently reached out to me again and said, Joe, I know I said some interesting things about companies making some big deals with Bitcoin Cash. He said my timing would have been, I told you last quarter of last year, fourth quarter, maybe the first quarter of 2020. He said, but I would have thought by the end of last year we would have seen even bigger prices than we saw with Bitcoin Cash. He goes, however, I'm not changing anything. I know where this is going. It doesn't bother me. I'll get some more. And he gave me another, I think he mentioned one other coin he's adding to his portfolio. But it's up 14% right now, $430. This is that same coin he told us about after my epic, not so good, epic Litecoin move, waiting for $25. I said, man, this guy's been telling me crap like he can see the future. He thinks we're going to go down to at least $17, maybe lower. It's at 25 right now. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance. I sold like 75% of what I had. That might have been at $26, $25. I think I sold the other 25. So I'm just gonna go. I'm all out of Litecoin. I had a big bag of Litecoin. I was just sitting on it. I'm gonna take a chance. We got down to 22. Did not get down lower. Started going back up. We had to get back in the market. However, he said, Joe, I think you can make up that Litecoin deal with Bitcoin Cash. He explained to me why, and I put it in my Patreon post at the time. Made a great case. Now, the big numbers he's calling for, we have not seen those yet, in all fairness. However, that damn Bitcoin Cash is pretty surprising, because you will recall just this past summer, July-ish time frame, June, July, we had Litecoin at around 145 bucks, I think. Bitcoin Cash was kind of where it's at right now, at 430. It got to 450. Then I think it briefly touched 500 and jumped back down on one big candle. This is when Litecoin was peaking at about 145 or so. So I'm telling you this now because Litecoin is not back even over $100, much less 145. And some of the other cryptos that were higher than they are, including Ethereum right now, which is 202. Well, it was a lot higher too. For some odd reason, Bitcoin Cash is back where it was in the highs of June and July, which is, again, very interesting. It got to, this is Ethereum, that same time frame. This would have been June 26. We're talking $353. It's $200 right now, 202. It was 353. Litecoin, again, I'll get you the exact numbers, and I'm going to pull up Bitcoin Cash also back for that price too, back then. $72 right now. Again, back when I was telling you, June, July time frame, it peaked June 22nd at $144.41. Like I said, about 145 bucks. Okay. Not that I'm upset, because I told you guys I put a little stash of money on the side. This is my Tesla money. I'm not trading it. I don't care what information I have. I'm just going to leave it there and let the market run up. And when it hits the numbers I need to hit, I may have to put in a few grand extra, which I did. Boom. Got my numbers. Got this used Tesla. So I took my profits on that particular thing. My hodl bag, I didn't touch. My trade bag, I didn't mess with it as far as getting out right then. I'm just still kept trading. So, again, right now, $430. Back in June... June right there. The high for Bitcoin Cash was $511, but it was $470 just like the day before, and then the day after it was down to $405. Okay, that was the 26th was 508 or 511. Day before was 468, 470. Next day after was got down to like 408, 411, 416. That's what I'm seeing. It right now is 430. It's gotten back where this thing took off back in June. None of these other crypto, again, Ethereum, current price, 202, 95 cents, 202, almost 203. And what did I tell you that was? That was $353. Same, basically June 26th, that was the day. So, again, not that we're too upset. And while I'm here, let's look at Bitcoin, because right now, again, it just touched 9,700 or so. It's up 5% today. But again, back in June, the top, I think, was 13.8-ish. 13.6. I do see a 13.6. I have to zoom in more to see better, but yeah, 13.7, yeah, I mean, it's right at 13.8. Again, where is it at? It's not at 13,000. It's at 9,600. Bitcoin Cash is back where it was all these time frames I'm telling you right now, June-ish 26 last year. Bitcoin Cash is already there. Cobra calls me the other day out of nowhere. Hey, wants to talk about Bitcoin Cash a little bit. I asked him, of course, got to put him on the spot. Hey, you said the last quarter you thought, way bigger numbers than 400, even 500. What do you think? And something changed? He goes, well, some of these deals we talked about, these businesses that are going to be using Bitcoin Cash, some small delays. He says, nothing to worry about. Give people more time to buy more. He said, honestly, you can tell your people to just go buy more. He goes, he goes, you know me, my whole bag is practically Bitcoin Cash. And he did get some Ethereum a while back, which I told everybody. And then this other recent one, he's like, yeah, I'm adding to my bag. He mentioned this other coin. So I got to say, for him telling me, hey, Joe, that Litecoin move, don't worry about it. You'll more than make up for it with Bitcoin Cash. We did. And it's doing fantastic right now. It is doing absolutely epic if you're following Bitcoin Cash in the crypto market. Having said that, the general market, this is great. Bitcoin Cash aside, the general market is looking very good. Matter of fact, I didn't get a peek at the market cap. I was curious what we're back up to now. 271 billion. Again, it was just 200, like I feel like the other day. We're about to touch 300 again. And back then, back in July or June, I want to see what the market cap was when we hit these high numbers. It got to 379, 385 billion. So we're at 271, basically another 100 billion. But again, it fell back down to 310, fell back down by July down to 288. Again, we're what, 271 right now? Again, not real concerned. I know it sucks having to wait, whatever, but it's one of those things that if you just can be patient and just deal with this pain and emotional suffering that you see, the market dumps. Oh, everybody said, you know, Tone Vane said this and this one said that. We will never go below this. And Marius, everybody knows everybody. Yeah, whatever. Nobody gets it right all the time. Fact. Including myself, my woo-woo friends, my mom, whatever. Although, crypto-wise, I don't know if my mom's missed one yet, but she's only said things like maybe 3 times total. So, in all fairness, you know. But, oh, trust me, there's going to be a time. So, authored by William Soberg via Cointelegraph.com, which, even though it's zero hedge, let's go ahead and go to the proper channel and go over to Cointelegraph. Bitcoin price may hit $27,000 all-time high by summer, predicts, you guessed it, Mr. Tom Lee. Bitcoin is primed for average gains of almost 200% over the next 6 months, one of its best-known supporters, Tom Lee, has told mainstream media. Speaking to Yahoo Finance on February 4th, Tom Lee, co-founder at Fundstrat Global Advisors, said one bullish technical factor in particular made him really optimistic about Bitcoin's short-term potential. And it is the 200 moving average, which he says it's triggered 197% returns. Notably in January is usually a weak month. It was a great month for Bitcoin. Oh God, who would have told us that? My mom. Mom, you deserve credit. It was a great month for Bitcoin, up 26%, but it also recovered its 200-day moving average, which was very, very important. That was his key thing. So, as Cointelegraph reported, the 200-day moving average has traditionally represented a major area of resistance for market. It's true. And I subscribe to a couple services, and one of them is tracking heavily the 200 moving average and basically said when we go below this line, if you're not in the market, you need to be getting in the damn market because we're not going to stay here long. That's exactly what has happened, and we've blasted way past through that, and now we are well above the line, at least the one I pay for that I basically subscribe to. Because I look for any kind of real interesting stuff they have to say, oh, let me post this on Patreon. Hey, check this out, you know. Not that there's a whole lot of posts, because if there's nothing to talk about, I just don't feel like, oh, let me make a post. I got to make a post. Let me go make a post. You know, no, I don't want to just post to post. Let's post if there's something really interesting to say. And funny enough, today I got an email from that service. Hey, here's a little outlook. So I'm actually going to post that today, which it'll already be posted on Patreon by the time this video is released. You know, show them there's definitely some light at the end of this tunnel. So anyways, markets are looking great. Bix Weir and his wife going on a RV crypto tour or something. I may have to meet up with them somewhere. I don't know if they're coming to Florida as part of the tour. If not, I may have to hop in the vehicle and go up there. And I know Bitcoin Ben's having a little shindig again in Texas, I think in April. Bitcoin Ben meetup, Texas, April. I gotta see. April 6, 2019. April, May. Because we're going back to New Mexico at the end of April. And into the first week or so of May. And I thought, man, it's just too. I could drive again and do that whole driving thing. April 6th, 2019. We met some interesting people there. That was our trip back to New Mexico, which I used to just say the Southwest, had to keep it secret, but it's no, I don't have to keep it secret. The state of New Mexico is where we go exploring. And we're like, all right, we were in there in January. We saw some interesting stuff. We got to go back as soon as possible. Let's go back in April. We all timed it. Me, Dave, JC, let's go. We took the Jeep with the motorcycle on back, little off-road, on-road bikes, dual sport, and headed out there thinking, no, we're going to go, back to this treasure hunt thing. And on the way, we met Woo Woo friend, had a nice lunch with her, a little private thing kind of happened at the dinner table there. I just had this feeling, I think she needs to meet JC and something's going to happen, And I feel like it did. And then we went to the Wild West show, crypto show at Bitcoin Ben. I'm talking to people and I see JC doing his thing with this person and Dave and them. And at the main event, which was the Saturday, I was kind of surrounded by people. We're all talking, taking pictures, doing that good stuff. So I can see them kind of like off doing their own thing. And then they went and did stuff that I couldn't see them anymore. But I found out later, this person came up, they're crying, and this person, they started crying, and like all these emotions and all this kind of a spiritual woo-woo thing was happening. And I'm like, wow, that's great, man. We're on to go do our thing. This is cool, man. I'm glad you could help some people on the way. This is great. And then we get to our spot, and we don't even get to spend like one day, even a partial day, actually digging or doing work on the site. It was one spiritual woo-woo thing after another of pretty epic proportions, I'm just going to say. And this is part of the story that I haven't told, I kind of keep secret, quiet, just because it's not something I'm ready to go public with yet. I think at some point I will. If anyone signs up for our spiritual retreat vacation, which is at the end of April, I'll be putting that site up soon here, like over the weekend for the general public. We've already put it up for Patreons. We've got a few people signed up already. I will tell the whole story in that setting. It would be almost stupid for me not to in that setting and having people in the areas we were at and that kind of thing. I would have to tell the whole story. It's an amazing story, and it's still not done yet. We haven't found anything, so that's the other side of the story. I can't wait to have that happen and maybe be able to tell, some way. But it's April 6th is a little early. April 6th, I'd have to be gone for like a full month again, and that was kind of rough when I was gone for a full month. My wife was like, oh yeah, it was real hard for me, and now I've got baby Ian, now if I could bring them up with me, guys, stay up here for a month. That might make sense, but I don't see that happening between you and me. So they'll probably be here. I don't know that I'll be able to make the Bitcoin Ben thing unless I just fly in and say, you know what, screw it. Just gonna fly in for a couple days and fly out. There's always that possibility. But I've been to a few of these meetups. I went to the Litecoin thing, twice that conference. And, I see people, they see me, we chat, it's a great time. But I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Or, if you didn't go, you'd have missed something amazing. Or, oh, you got to go to that. So that's kind of holding me back because of all this other stuff I have going on in my life. And the newborn baby and all that stuff. So it's like, I kind of want to participate. A plane ticket, no big deal. I'll go there and come back. But do I need to be there that bad to make all these other things? I'm going to be away already from New Mexico with my buddies, and we're going to do the spiritual vacation thing. It's just adding more time away from home and family. So it's tough, man. It's tough for me to, pull the trigger, so to speak. That's a tough one. So, anyways, keep your fingers crossed. Let's see where cryptos goes. The technical people are talking. Now that we've breached basically 9,500, 14,000 is the next stop. 12 and then 14, whatever. So yeah, of course we got to get to 10. We just about touched it now at 9,700. Doesn't mean, it didn't happen, man. What happened, Joe? Crypto market is crazy. There's wild swings up. There's wild swings down. Timing, whether you're a psychic, a TA person, timing has wrecked people all over the place, You just have to still be patient, understand the fundamentals behind this whole thing, and say, I don't give a damn. I thought the TA guy said this. I thought the Joe's person said that. They said it and believe it. Just sit back and wait, unfortunately. And again, you can just follow TA guys and the same thing happens. And it's just a probability. I think we're going to break up or we're going to break down. Oh, that's helpful. We're either breaking up or breaking lower. Well, yeah, I kind of need to know so I can try to make some profit. That's the story for everybody, though. Nobody's going to get it right all the time. And everybody gets shit from the armchair quarterbacks who know nothing but how to troll people on every little mistake or little thing they got wrong. Forget the stuff you got right. We won't even mention the stuff you got right. We'll only go after that 1 or 2 time, whatever. Even if someone had one time track record of getting something wrong, 1 time track record, they're going to nail you. It won't matter. But whatever. I don't care about them. They probably don't even own crypto. It doesn't matter. We own it. We're paying attention. We're seeing the profits, etc. I'd love nothing more than to head out on this trip to New Mexico, have cryptos doing way better than any of us thought that so quickly, and Woo Woo Friend had, well, let me finish this statement, and say, oh wow, I can liquidate a little bit of my crypto and buy a house, because they're cheap out there, in New Mexico. Now I've got a place where I can call home and not have to rent Airbnb and all that stuff, secondary house, because I do want to spend a lot of time out there searching those mountains. I am very much convinced there's a lot of stuff out there in different places, and I want to find the damn stuff. Treasure. And I'll tell my Patreons, if you guys are with me, as in a Patreon, when I find something, you're going to get like an ICO where you put a little bit of money in and it multiplied multiple times. That's what I'm going to do to everybody that was a subscriber and believed in old Snip and his buddies that, you know what, I think this guy was onto something. He showed us a few things on Patreon that maybe he is finding, maybe he's in the right spot. Those people will be taken care of. And I know I have another thing on there. It's like, because people are like, Joe, I just want to give you a little donation, man. I said, well, I'll just do a little $5 thing. Of course, you can click on it and then say, well, I want to pay more. And I say that because even those $5 people, even the $5 or custom number people who don't necessarily get updates from me in Patreon because they're just like kind of throwing me a bone, basically, they'll be taken care of too. But again, it's whatever. I'm going to look back. Okay, today's the day I found something. How long has that person been a subscriber? 2 months, 6 months, a year? And whatever their total is, it'll be the same multiplier effect for everybody. So it won't. Nobody can be affected, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm very confident that there's plenty out there in even one of these locations that would make that easy for me to do. And then some. But I do have a promise that I kept to God, universe, spirit, great spirit, that a large portion of what I find will be used to help the Indian folks these days financially. And I will do no such thing as ever break that promise under no circumstances. But again, when I understand to be out there, it won't matter. There's plenty to go around. So I'm excited to go back. So that's what I'm saying. I meet up, crypto. If I'm taking time off, God, I just want to go down there. I just want to freaking be down there all the damn time. It's hard to. As soon as you leave, I want to go back. I got Bill telling me, I love that place. Ever since I come home, I feel like I want to get the hell back there. I want to leave everything here and just go back there and move there. Well, it's a small town. What are you going to do? How are you going to live? How are you going to pay bills? Now, if Jay Snip finds something and his buddies, and we get us a nice ranch out there, I thought, man, with this whole spiritual retreat, that like a little vacation package we're putting together, that could be next level. We have our ranch with our own house or houses on it, including little cots or cottages or whatever you want to call them. Not cots, but maybe little cottages or little cabins, if you will. All of the property. And now we're doing, official retreats multiple times a year. My whole family, of course, could be up there with me. Maybe we'll do half Florida, half New Mexico, depending on the, summertime. Like, I'm getting out of New Mexico. Let's go back down to Florida. Even though it's not exactly cold here, I don't want to be out in the damn desert in the summertime. I can tell you that much. I'll go back to Florida where, it's smug and sticky instead of super duper hot and, burning your skin like to death. And you can barely breathe with all the dry air and all that. I don't want any problem. I want to be breathing in blow dryer air. No thanks. So that would be my ultimate goal. But again, it takes money. It takes stuff. Crypto, if crypto moved good enough this year, it could be a reality. But I don't think I own enough crypto, to be honest with you. Like to do a ranch and all. Like I don't have that much damn crypto. There's no way. Unless we saw some of White Dev's predictions on her Theta coin coming true. Even like, not even, maybe $10. $10 a coin, I'm set pretty well. I could do a lot with that. But in the meantime, since it hasn't moved, and I'll be honest, I think it's still going to be a few more years for many of these coins to hit these super high numbers. I think I want to go treasure hunt and try to help the Indians out and find some stash for the rest of us, and maybe some history that's been hidden. Who knows? But Woo Woo Friend was telling us just recently, 26-cent Ripple. She goes, I think that's because we were below that. She goes, I think when we hit that, Joe, I think the little charts that I put together where we start moving towards these bigger numbers, I think that's going to get that ball rolling. She goes, we'll see, So I said, all right, well, thanks for the update. I'll post it. And we'll see, She said a little more than there, but anyways, that's it for the crypto market update. Again, hope 2020 surprises all of us. Yes, there'll be pullbacks. There's always going to be pullbacks. But the question is, how high are we going? He seems to think, Tom Lee, we could see $27,000 here shortly. Like, as in potentially this year. Not necessarily shortly like in a matter of weeks. However, if the crypto market went crazy like it did in 2017, it could literally be just a few weeks before that happens. It only takes a few weeks. If you look at the chart from last time, you're like, oh, wow, we just hit 10 there. Then it went to 15. And wow, we're up to 19.9, almost 20. Like, in no time. It can happen. Where would Bitcoin Cash be at $27,000 Bitcoin? Litecoin, where would it be? Where would Digibyte, all of our favorite coins? Litecoin, Ethereum, ETH Classic even. Don't know. But pretty much quite significantly higher than they are now, I would say. So with that, I bid thee farewell.